What's up, everyone? It is your boy, The Bear, and welcome to our first live with the conservative Chicanos. What's up, bro?
Nothing much, Bear. How you been living, dog?
It's been good, man. It's been good. Um we got some stuff to go over today, bro. It's insane what we've relaunching this again and doing this all over again. How do you feel about being back with the Chicanos?
I feel real good, man. Well, I've been putting in that work, sending those videos so we can get them on the channel, right?
Dude, you've been doing a lot of work uh
Thank you,
dropping a bunch
thank
of
you.
videos.
Not as much as you, though. You're like the editor in chief over here, bro, with all the mad equipment. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. I wanted to kick off today's live if with this story about this little girl who was scalded by a chicken McNugget. Now, there's been a lot of I've heard of frivolous lawsuits before, and that's this is the story that it's on our thumbnail, and I was thinking, bro, like you got to understand that when you go to fast food places and you go to a place to eat, the food's going to be hot. You got to know and watch your kids on what they eat. And as a parent myself, you know, don't you make sure the food is hot, and don't you teach, you would think that the little girl would have cried and said that something was burning her. I'm siding with McDonald's on this one. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. From what I gathered from the article, I did read that the little girl was screaming in pain. Um, and for me, for one, I mean, all the times I've ever taken my kids to McDonald's for a Happy Meal, you know what I mean? I never really checked their food to blow on it. Not like how you do with a home cooked meal, right? You know, sometimes when you make that soup, you throw an ice cube in there, mix, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know what you're talking
Mix it
about.
up. But when it came to McDonald's, bro, I literally my whole life, I've never grown up biting into a chicken nugget and flipping out. It's burning me. But from what I read from the article, the little girl was screaming in pain. Um, these days, man, it's a little vague when it comes to the actual truth. I mean, they're just going to report uh, what's been reported to them, I guess. So, I mean, I do. If the little girl did get burned from a chicken nugget, I feel bad for her. I mean, she was only just a 4-year-old little girl.
I agree. It's a heartbreaking story, and that I'm not trying to take away from that. But the thing is, as a parent, you got to watch what your kids are doing. You got to watch what your kids are putting in their mouth. It says that the chicken nugget inside the Happy Meal was unreasonably and dangerously hot in the terms of temperature and caused Olivia Holmes's skin and flesh around her thighs to burn. I
Yeah,
get that. I get that. I'm sure it was painful, and the chicken nugget was lodged between the seatbelt and her for 2 minutes. But you also got to factor in, dude. You got to know that the food is going to be hot. You have to know the food's going to be hot. You have to cook
yeah,
chicken to a certain temperature to make sure that you kill all the bacteria in it. And that's where I'm at. I mean, I don't think it's negligence on the franchisee or the McDonald's corporation if you yourself aren't watching what's going in your child's mouth. Can you imagine if she would have bit into that chicken nugget? It would have burned her mouth.
yeah. You know what's funny is I look at it, I mean, it could be kind of a false statement because shit, man, how many kids have gotten burned by chicken nuggets? Like McDonald's chicken nuggets over the years. This is the first one, right?
I have
So in
personally never seen
a sense,
one.
then I could totally lean towards what you're saying, bro. But McDonald's has a lot of money. People know that, So who knows? I mean, they could have been acting this this scenario out the day before. The thing is because I think about that, dude. What was your first job growing up? If you
I
don't,
worked at McDonald's, bro.
right? Me too, man. I never ever threw hot grease inside of a Happy Meal. I mean, just to let you know. So it is kind of frivolous. I mean, is that the word I'm looking for? Because
Yeah, I
it
think
might
this is,
be a frivolous lawsuit.
and I'm not sitting there saying that she wasn't, that, how can I say? I'm not saying that the mother's wrong either, but what I'm saying is sometimes you got to watch what your kids are doing. You got to be prepared for this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You got to be prepared and, plan out what's going to happen, because I'm sick and tired of seeing corporations being sued for frivolous reasons. What this is probably, and it's only for $15,000, and I understand that's not an unreasonable amount, but McDonald's offered to settle. You know that they weren't going to take this to court.
Oh, hell yeah, man. And the money McDonald's has and the lawyers they can pay for. I mean,
Oh
damn.
yeah.
Uh I don't know, dude. It's kind of one thing that's crazy to me is how this is reaching mainstream media. But maybe it's not that crazy.
But that's one of the things, man. Chico's is when you, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but there has to come a certain time when you have to look at what the situation is. One of my rules in my house is you don't eat in the car. You wait until we get home. And by the time she would have got home, the food would have been cool to the touch.
Yeah, that is true, man. And I used to have that rule. But when you're on a road trip or something like that, it kind of
Well, check.
showers. But the thing is, they weren't a road trip. What weren't they like actually in the restaurant when it happened?
No, they were in the car. They were going through the drive-through.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's another thing. So in this story, it says Mrs. Holmes purchased 32 chicken nuggets that day. 32. The evidence will show 31 of them there was no problem with.
Yeah, it already sounds kind of phony.
So you're saying 1 out of 32 chicken nuggets was fine. Was wrong.
Yeah.
There was only one. Out of 32 nuggets, only one
She
was
looked
bad.
so it's like the little girl just happened to look at the one that was sizzling. Ooh, I'm gonna take this one. That's one thing you got to come up with though, is a doctor's a doctor's got to look at you, obviously, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it depends on the doctor you go to. But I mean, if he notices like second or first degree burns, yeah, he's gonna point that out, which is all for more winning your lawsuit. But I mean, I guess it all boils down to that. Just whatever the doctor says.
Let me tell you this, okay? It says this is what this. So I was reading the story, and this is what she says. In making the statement, he may have been referring to all the nuggets in Holmes' order, including those not contained with her daughter's box of 6, which fell into her lap. In fact, Olivia dropped 6 on her lap, and she was burned by 1. And that's the one location where the McNugget was trapped between the seatbelt for 2 minutes. The chicken nuggets are not defective, and they are not unreasonably dangerous. They are not dangerously hot, and there is no negligence. As I'm pulling away out of the drive-thru, I hear Olivia start to yell. But by the time I make it to the street, it's a full-blown scream. I turn around, and she dropped the nugget in her lap, so I'm trying to drive and knock them out of her lap as I'm going down the street. Here's my thing. So if I was on this jury, bro, my first question is, okay, if these nuggets were so freaking hot, right? If these were so freaking hot, when she would have put that nugget into her hand and held it, it would have burned her hand. And you want me to be reasonable And to a reasonable person, you're not going to sit there and not think that. Because if I'm sitting on this jury, Chicos, I'll be honest with you, if I'm sitting on this jury, that's going to be the first thing that pops into my mind is you want me to believe that one nugget, and she would have been holding that nugget in her hand.
Yeah, I mean, definitely got to take that in consideration. Bro, first off, I got to give you mad props. If I ever got a jury notice about a chicken McNugget, that shit be in the trash, bro. But I understand what you're saying, man, for sure. Because, I mean, right away, if that shit was in some hot ass grease, like straight out the fryer into the Happy Meal, they're not buckets no more, right? They're like, they're bags, whatever. In whatever they put it in. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like you would touch it, that shit would burn your fingers right away.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was somebody looking out for a frivolous lawsuit. I mean, I can totally agree with what you're saying. But shit, man. On the other hand, McDonald's got a lot of money. Fucking pay it out.
So are you siding with the are you siding with the mom on this one?
You know, it's a hard decision, bro. If I got paid the big bucks to be in the Supreme Court as the judge to put the hammer down and decide, I might actually side with the parents just to fucking piss people off, bro. I mean, yeah, because one corporation I do not like is McDonald's.
But you gotta put your prejudice to the side, okay?
If you're on the jury, you definitely got to do that. I know that. Well, okay, I guess logically, I'd side with you, Mr. Bear, because it really does. I mean, it does. It sounds frivolous as a motherfucker.
That's the first thing I think about, bro. Is like, because the first time I thought this, I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I got, and you saw, and then they show the burn. I can't show it on YouTube, but you see the burn, and you're like, okay, well, maybe this is McDonald's fault. But then I was thinking to myself, was like, how are you gonna sit there and as a person not watch what your kids are eating, and then as a person not sit there and common sense, bro. And you've worked at McDonald's. You said it yourself. You've worked at McDonald's, Chicos. You've done it. You've done this. How long do those chicken McNuggets freaking sit in that heating lamp?
Fuck, dude. For a while, man, for sure. I know they're dunked in the grease, like about 4 minutes, somewhere around there.
But after they're out of you put them on that stupid tray thing and you put them in the heater, how long do they stay in that heater?
Yeah, it's a while, bro. I mean, it depends, I guess, on the location, man. All McDonald's get busy, but one thing is I can honestly say I've never seen no kid burned by a chicken McNugget ever in my life. Not until now. I mean, if you want to lean towards the logic, yeah, no chicken McNuggets ever burned a kid, ever. I've never burned from a chicken McNugget. You've never gotten burned from one either, I'm sure.
No,
right? You remember that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I got to kind of agree with Texan. It's the McDonald's hot coffee incident all over again.
Oh, yeah, man. If you want to take it back to the 90s, man, you go way, way back. That's why they're stamping careful hot contents on the fucking coffee cup. Like, you should already know that, but they got to make that extra stamp because of that lawsuit.
Got to agree, man. I got to agree. I think it's a little ridiculous. But I'm gonna switch gears if you don't mind. I'm gonna switch this up. And the next story I want to talk about is going to be this story. And Bud Light's hangover from
Took a
hell.
drink of beer. You
Sales
motherfucker.
figures for America's once favorite beer reveal how every region in the U.S. has turned its back since the Dylan Mulvaney tie-up, as Anheuser-Busch stock is in downgraded over crisis. They've dropped 29% over here in our region, 25% in the South region. And then HSBC Bank has said it is in a giant crisis. What do you think about that?
Well, come on, man. Look at that. I got Spuds McKenzie. You remember when Spuds McKenzie was the spokesperson for Bud Light? Like way back in the day before me and you were old enough to drink, right? I mean, damn, I've been with Bud Light ever since. I don't drink that shit. I mean, if I had a kidney stone I needed to pass, maybe. But dude, everything that's been going on lately, I mean, golly, guaranteed I have not been drinking Bud Light. I won't support it. I think it is pretty stupid the direction they took commercially, but I'll never support it. And it's not like that I'm against people with mental illness. I just think they need to be treated properly in a mental facility is all, which I think we're lacking nowadays.
Bree says that's a huge loss. 29. Bro, looking at this map right here, right? Looking at this map, I'm actually surprised that it's 29% in the Rocky Mountain region. I am in huge shock of that. I was expecting 29% down in the Texas area or the Bible Belt area, but in our region where we live, it's down 29%. And you would think that's crazy.
Hell yeah. Well, all I know is they've lost billions of dollars because obviously you can tell their marketing management is fucking retarded. I don't know how else to put it. It's like that was a really stupid move. Guaranteed.
Well, the thing is, bro, is if they would just apologize and say, "Hey, we made a mistake. You know, we should have never done this. We weren't thinking." They haven't. They haven't apologized.
Remember, they put those Clydesdale horses out.
That ain't an apology, bro.
9/11 and blah blah blah. Tried to be all patriotic again. I think that might have been their apology or how they tried to, but
it wasn't an apology though.
So I wouldn't drink Bud Light anyways. It ain't real beer.
You wouldn't drink it here or there?
Here nor there, nor anywhere. What's that? You're talking about green eggs and ham. Mr. Sam, I am.
It's just crazy, dude, that you would risk your entire. And they've had, dude, one of the things that shocks me about Bud Light, okay? They've had some great, amazing ads in their entire future. Remember, this Bud's for you, Spud McKenzie. They had a bunch of great advertisements that were huge at that time. And why would you throw it all away for this?
Remember the frogs?
Oh yeah, Bud.
Wiser. I know, dude. They done fucked up.
I never thought in a million years, dude, that I would have saw this. And it's pretty sad that you're seeing, if you look at this other chart, you're going to freak out on this. So all Anheuser-Busch is down. Bud Light, 21% from April 1st to April 29th. Budweiser 11.5%, 6% for Natty Light, 5.3% for Busch, and you're seeing Coors Light just skyrocket up that Rocky Mountain piss water all the way 20.5%.
I heard Coors though isn't even brewed out in Colorado no more, man. I
It
heard
still
that.
is. It still is.
What is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause someone was saying, I mean, I heard something that it was like some China beer or whatever, but
No, actually,
I
China.
could be wrong.
Did you see that video on TikTok about where they're in Fenway Park?
No.
Let me see if I could grab it. It's crazy because never once did I never thought Budweiser, because as far as I'm concerned, Budweiser was the king of beers.
They always were.
They were the king of beers for a long time. And now watching what they're doing and throwing it all away for nothing, dude. Throwing it all away for nothing. That CEO should be thrown out.
Do you really think it was done on accident? You gotta ask that. Because
I don't think so.
yeah, I mean, it is kind of strange, man. I mean, the way they throw that out there. We've recently, man, we've had trillions of dollars going out to well, what the fuck did they raise the debt ceiling for? Because we're sending all kinds of money to Ukraine, or I don't know, man. Maybe they're trying to find ways to funnel, give excuses as far as funneling the money out. I don't know, man. It's weird.
It's so weird just to see where we're at. It's just crazy. I want to play this clip for you. Got that clip. Ready? Here we go.
Guys, this is so funny and bizarre. Look at that. That is the Bud Light. That is every single Bud Light stand here at Fenway Park in Boston. Right? We're at the Red Sox game. That's what the Bud Light cans are. Holy crap. They're in trouble. I mean, I guess marketing has some questions to answer.
If you can't even sell beer at a baseball field,
right? And that wasn't fake, because in Boston they don't accentuate their R's. He said Fenway Park.
Fenway Park. So I got a message, and it says, "This is the conspiracy." I want to hear your take on this. Okay, so I just got a conspiracy theory. You tell me what you think. Okay, Bud Light or Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch lose all this money. They file bankruptcy. All these Americans are out of jobs, make the economy worse, and sell out to China.
Is that a theory? Because it sounds like it could be pretty damn true to me. How many times have you gone out, bro, and just seen now hiring signs everywhere? It doesn't matter what business it is, bro. Do you see that? I mean, I see that here where I live. Everybody's hiring, bro. It's ridiculous. And what's funny is me and my coworkers, it was probably about a week ago, we were having a conversation. You hear about all the migrants coming over the border and shit.
Oh yeah, we're getting into that soon.
But what's weird is I haven't seen them. Everybody, and I'm talking about blue collar work, because I mean I'm around refrigeration, air conditioning, and HVAC technicians all the time. Everybody's hurting for people, but I mean I also see that like at restaurants and drive-thrus. Everybody's got now hiring signs. It's like, where are all these migrants going to? If they're not like getting these jobs, where the hell are they? Because I personally have not seen them. I mean, I've seen all the videos going on, like in El Paso, Brownsville, um, Tucson. Where else are there southern cities? And they got all these migrants there, bro. Are they holding them in those places? Or, I mean, what's going on? They're not taking jobs. So that's one thing I think is kind of confusing, man. It's like, where in the hell are they? It's like, are maybe they're going to way east or west or north or something. But as far as it comes to like the southwestern area, I mean, because I mean, I live in Albuquerque. I'm not too far from the one of the southern borders, but they're not here. They're definitely not here.
Well, they're saying that they're sending them up to other countries. A lot of them are staying in Texas.
Damn.
They're everywhere.
I mean, Texan 1845, man, you're in the chat. You see them around your area, bro? I mean, are you getting overloaded with foreigners out there or what? Because I think that's one thing I'm curious about personally, because I have not seen it, bro. I honestly have not seen it. I don't know what's going on with this thing and where the agenda's heading, honestly. I mean, I do like 100% believe our borders are being overrun, but where in the hell are they going to?
Well, they're paying for them to go to other countries, other states. That's what they're doing. They're sending them to other states.
They got to be sending them to like a lot of red states or something, because I haven't heard nothing. Not where I'm at. I haven't. So,
okay. So it says here, cartels are making too much money smuggling migrants to allow a surge after Title 42. Former Border Patrol chief says Mexican gangs will control crossings because chaos is bad for business. People smuggling gangs are making too much money from the migrants to allow the end of Title 42 to trigger chaos at the border and a crackdown by the U.S. officials. Instead of a tidal wave of immigrants flooding the border, Chris Clem says cartels will control the numbers to ensure they can keep the profits flowing in the weeks to come. Title 42 is expected to expire tonight at midnight, relaxing public health restrictions designed to stop COVID-19 entering with the migrants. A surge of migrant crossings the border is already being reported in Yuma, Arizona, where Clem retired last year as the sector's chief border patrol agent. So a lot of them are going into Arizona and Texas.
they're getting bust.
And they're getting bust other places. And it looks like they're right at the border of New Mexico, right there in Brownsville.
Yeah, Brownsville is Texas, so
yeah. So they're coming, bro. I think that the cartel is going to be more worried about trying to save their profits than they are to let these people come across.
Well, no doubt that there's a lot of effects from the southern border. I mean, fentanyl, that's got to be like the number one topic, dude. And where I'm at, you see that everywhere. I mean, crazies sitting at bus stops with their pants hanging down, dude. I mean, they're literally have their private parts exposed, and these are during regular hours when you're like 7 o'clock in the morning taking your kid to school. There's a lot of crazy stuff out there, but they're not immigrants. They're all American, because they're all yelling incoherent English. You know what I mean? So I know the fentanyl's coming from across the border, and that's what's killing. I personally, I still don't understand the whole drug crisis. What do you? Yeah, I mean, what kind of fun is that? You know what I mean?
I have no idea, but let me play this clip for you.
Okay.
Do you see all that? Look at this is what's going on at the border.
Bro, you seen what's going on in El Paso?
This?
That's from El Paso?
No, this is where they're crossing the Rio Grande. They're gonna end up showing if you watch, they're gonna show a border crossing, and you're gonna see these kids. It's just traumatic, bro. This is the makeshift camp right there by the Mexican border. This is where everybody's plotting to come across the border.
You know what's so crazy to me, man, is who gave the word to all these people, you know? Who told them, oh, somebody had to have told them, come across the border, come fucking do it. You know, we're going to let you all in. Because, I mean, look how determined they are, dude. I mean, never before in history has it been this bad.
Okay, see, watch. They're crossing the border right there. Do you see it?
I know, dude. Where are they getting their information, bro? Who's telling them?
The
Who's
cartel.
telling these people?
The cartel. The cartel.
Well, fuck, man. The cartel's got to be working close with the U.S. government, man.
Look at the kids at the inner tubes. Look at the kids in the inner tubes.
Damn, bro.
See the floaties?
That's just sad, dude.
Coke bottles y todo, the whole thing right there.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think America, well, it'll never happen. But if I was president, I would go to war with Mexico, bro.
Can't.
I'd send our troops to take over the cartel and make Mexico part of America. Because then all the innocent people in Mexico could become American citizens. Plus, we'd have all kinds of beachfront property, all this other stuff, you know, as part of our own country. You know that makes sense, right?
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, dude. I feel bad for the kids, bro. I feel bad for the kids. It's terrible, man. Like, you don't know if those are their actual parents or if they're just being smuggled across. And here locally, I have heard stuff about migrants. Like, I think maybe it might have been about 6 months ago, but a trailer got raided by the police because they've gotten so many calls, but they found about 80 people, most of them women and children, in a trailer being held hostage against their will.
What's crazy, bro?
You know, they're being traded into like sex slavery, work slavery. You know what I mean? It's crazy, dude. There's a big market for that. And what boggles my mind is who pays for this type of shit. We need to boil it down to who the fuck is paying for the migrants to come over to be sex slaves, work slaves. These are the type of people we need to be busting. Because if there wasn't a market for it, we wouldn't be seeing it.
Well, let me ask you this question. Think about this, bro. Think about this. What do you think about when they sit there and they talk about Epstein Island, but yet we haven't seen anybody. We haven't seen the list. They released the list, but it was all hush hush. Like Eminem went to Epstein Island. A lot of these people were at Epstein Island, and for some reason, that situation is hush hush.
Satanists make the money.
Those are the people that are paying for what's going on. And I like what Nick said. Nick said, Thank you so much, Nick. 90 days before the 2024 election, they will make them all citizens. All these people coming across.
They'll make not all of them, but a pretty good percentage, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's how they're gonna win.
Shit, man. That all boils down even to the Ukraine. I mean, there's a lot of kids out there that are they got no record. They're not with any parents. They don't have any kind of papers. They don't got social security numbers in other countries, but I'm sure they got other ways to identify these children. But these kids are being farmed. And it's just to what you're saying, that satanic agenda. Even with McDonald's, man, is that fucking chicken nuggets you're eating? I mean, what do they do with all those aborted fetuses?
I agree, bro.
I'm not going to say McDonald's cooks them up, but it's not a far-fetched idea.
I agree. I want to switch gears again. We're gonna finish our thought on that first, but I'm gonna play another clip for you. And I know we're working through this pretty fast, and trust me, guys, we're gonna go back to the McDonald's thing, but we have a lot of stuff that happened this week.
How many people are in the chat, though, before you play it off? How many people are in the chat?
Just one person watching.
What's up with that one person? I appreciate you. Thank you.
I wanted to talk to you about this other situation that you did a video earlier today, and I kind of want to know what your thoughts were. You dropped a video and you were talking about how PETA was going to rewrite the Bible, and some of the stuff that you said in that, dude, was just crazy.
Like what? Point it out.
Just that they're using tech AI to sit there and rewrite the Bible. And to me,
what do they call that? AI. It was like Chat
GPT.
Yeah, there you go.
What were your thoughts on that?
All of it's artificially generated. I mean, they want to rewrite the Bible artificially, but that's what the kind of food they're trying to feed you. Artificially generated fucking products from a lab. All that shit comes from a lab. And we've been surviving, living great for shit. How many years, right? But all of a sudden, it's got to come to a halt. We've got to switch gears. We've got to fucking go their way. Because somehow, magically, it's fucking better.
Well, the thing is, bro.
Oh, that's not the truth, man.
Well, here's what's blowing my mind when it comes to this is we all know what the Bible says. We all know that God put if you're a Christian, you know that God put animals on this planet for man to eat. It was all part of it. Like that on the beginning of that video that you made, you said that Mufasa thing where he said that everything on the land is a circle. The lions eat the antelope. The antelope turn into dirt. The lions turn into dirt. The antelopes eat the dirt, and it's a big circle.
If you really want to dig deeper, you know about Cain and Abel, right?
Yeah.
The world's first murderer is Cain. So back then, you know, in the Old Testament, God required sacrifices in his name. And Abel was a sheep herder, and he sacrificed, you know, he would put sheep up on the altar to sacrifice to God to show his thanks for being on the earth. Abel wasn't good at herding sheep. He was more of kind of green thumb type of guy, where he would offer his vegetation onto the altar of God. And God would say, well, that's not good enough. But it got Abel, instead of trying to reach that same goal it got Cain to reach that same goal that Abel was on, that Cain was so jealous, he murdered his own brother, like by bashing his head in with a rock, dude. I mean, before that, murder was never heard of, but it got you see where I'm going, right?
I got where you're going.
You got the vegan guy getting so pissed off that he would murder his own brother, to, in jealousy. And I think that's where it's going today, man. It points that out so much that, I mean, these people are so mad for whatever reason. It's not because, I honestly believe it's not because of what their diets are or whatever. They want to push an agenda so hard that they're willing to try to recreate, rewrite. I wouldn't even. Look at the thumbnail I put on my version of that video. They were barbecuing a real dog. They would actually murder an animal, a dog. We don't eat those. We don't eat dogs, right? I mean, that's disgusting. But they would murder a dog just to prove their point. So they are like ultimately evil. And I know I pointed it out. There was a book in Leviticus that says, God says you should only eat from the animal that eat of the cud, have hooves, and dogs are not part of that. And you can ultimately tell the intelligence with dogs, the certain animals that we don't eat, and how they have a relationship with man. But these people would murder innocent animals that are not meant for feeding, and just to prove their point. So it's all Satan. It's all like devilish type of shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what anybody else has to say.
Yeah. But I agree with you, bro. It's getting out of control. It's getting out of hand. And if you're going to become that blasphemous to change the written word of God just to meet your needs, it's terrible. It's a terrible situation. And as Americans, we shouldn't stand for that kind of blasphemy.
Yeah, but it's happening all over. I mean, you can go to church and you'll see fucking rainbow flags, and it's not because it's representing the rainbow that God put out there after he flooded the earth and made his promise that he'd never flood the earth with water again. It's because you got churches reaching out to the LGBT the alphabet group, man. They're reaching out to them. And that's where where shit is fucked up. Because they're not out there to preach the word. They're out there to make money.
I completely agree with you.
I mean, this is the point where Jesus went into these temples and flipped over tables. Because I mean, he was out there like to preach the word of God, and he confronted these types of people. Like, this isn't for a profit. This is to, get people to go to heaven, basically. Learn to know Jesus Christ and God. And these people were just doing it all for profit. And they're doing the same thing now.
Yep. So we're going to switch gears. Probably be one of the last stories of the night. So this story is going to be kind of distressing. I'm going to show some video that's going to be kind of disturbing to some people out there. So just bear with us. In California, a student named Megan Simpkins denounced the Riverside Unified School District Board for allowing a trans student to use a girl's locker room and bathroom. Her remarks came after a viral video showed a transgender female, male to female, student pushing and punching two smaller girls at the school. Parents and students said the student had a history of showing his genitals in the bathroom of the locker room. I'm going to play the first video first. This is going to be the encounter. You ready? Your thoughts?
It's a fucked up video, dude. How you gonna beat on a girl like that? I mean, I don't know, dude. That's just me. Fuck, this whole society is going to hell in a handbasket, man. If you ask me,
They literally want, dude. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
was that black kid a trans or what?
That's supposed to be a female.
Oh, come on, bro. A 6'4" female. So fucking stupid, dude. Oh my god.
Dude,
I don't know.
That's what's going on in the schools in California, and they think that's okay. I'm sorry, bro.
Look at California's weather, man. You see that shit? When they're not on fire, they're underwater. I mean, you got to ask yourself, why is that, dude? Is it because they probably got more fucking Satan worshipers in that state than any other place in the entire country? They're literally sacrificing children. They're fucking skinning them and wearing them on their shoes. I mean, why would you not be under turmoil with those circumstances going on?
So it says an 18-year-old California student called out her school district for putting women in jeopardy. After that video emerged and you saw what happened, Megan Simpkins, a senior at MLK High School, it's always MLK, denounced the Riverside School District Board at its recent meeting for allowing the transgender student who was born a biological boy to use the girls' locker room and bathroom. She asked for the school board why the female students don't ever get a say on whether or not they are comfortable with that situation. I'm going to play what she said.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and only ladies and gentlemen it is and shall always be. I am an 18-year-old high school student and wanted to take this time to bring to your attention the current issue with biological men claiming they are women and in turn truly believing that they are entitled to use women's spaces. There was an incident within our district that occurred recently regarding a transgender woman who really is a biological man having an altercation with a young woman at MLK High School. It was infuriating when I had seen the video on social media, but what was detrimental to this is the fact that this man is and has been using the women's restroom and locker room. Firstly, the question we must address is why are we affirming the mental confusion of this boy and putting the safety of women in jeopardy by allowing mentally confused men to use the women's spaces? Of course, any male who claims he is a woman will accept it. But what about the women? What about the true girls like myself who are female down to our DNA? Why don't we ever get a say in whether or not we are comfortable with this? The truth is we aren't. The majority of us aren't, and yet nothing has been done to protect the safety of these women. I will conclude with this. It all starts with you. You are in charge of the safety of us women and the kids of our parents. So please do something about it. Thank you.
She nailed it. She freaking nailed it.
You know what makes me sad, bro? When I was in high school, you never had to write a speech or come up with some shit like that. Why are they doing that now, man? I mean, this is a fucking clown show, dude. True and tried. I mean, I go every fucking day. Everybody's pissed off about how much everything costs. We're looking at our debt ceiling being raised. They're just printing more and more money. No countries want to accept the fucking US dollar. But yet, this is our top fucking news, man. Why are they pushing this kind of bullshit on our children, man? Like, they literally have no fucking future. They literally have no fucking future, bro. I mean, I remember a time where I failed the 4th grade because I didn't do my homework and I had to make it up in summer school. People don't fucking fail classes no more. They just let you go. They let you go. They let you go. And you enter this into society as a fucking dumbass. You don't push nothing. You don't progress in society. You're not contributing in no certain fashion, bro. But yet we're sitting here arguing whether a man can fucking have give birth or have a fucking period or some stupid shit like that, dude. I don't know, dude. My mind is about to explode. All of this is so fucking stupid. It's going to drive me nuts, man. Because I remember a time where you actually had to go, when you want to get a job, you have to have a high school degree. You got to have your basic 3 R's. You know what I mean? Reading, writing, arithmetic. Now nobody fucking gives a shit about that. Now they give a shit. Well, you know, they make this the priority of your fucking what you identify as, or some stupid crap like that. You can't say a certain things because it could fucking trigger somebody and piss them off and cause a frivolous lawsuit like the fucking McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, man. You know what I mean?
I do.
Society is unraveling, and dude, we're literally witnessing the downward spiral of America.
I agree with you.
Fucked up, bro. It is fucked up. You know, I wish some kind of fucking retarded ass LGBTQ fucking shaven head, purple hair motherfucker would come yelling at my front door because I'd beat him the fuck up, and I'd try to get my son to catch that on video. Because before I go to prison for the rest of my life, at least you can see how to handle these motherfuckers.
What?
God damn.
Bro, like, because I know you only got the one son, and dude, what would you do if you had a little girl and she came home and told you, Dad, I just got my lunch by a transgender female?
I got a girl. She's 23.
Okay,
she went to college.
My bad. I forgot.
She kind of got a little brainwashed by these fucking, you know how they are, bro. Those professors getting paid to like indoctrinate kids or whatever. But you know what? She's doing good right now. But like, if she said, what was the question? If she had if
she was in high school and one of these transitions went up to her and she confronted him about going into her bathroom and they beat her up, just like you saw in that video, you would lose it, huh?
I'd be going to prison for life, because I literally would go and physically hurt some children. I would, bro. Without a doubt. Like, you know, and adults shouldn't beat up kids, but you know that boiling point, man. I know you know, Bear.
Yep, I do. And that would be, hey,
that
what's up,
shit would push me
Cybertoxin?
over the edge.
Cyber toxins in the house.
Yo, what up, Cybertoxin? Yeah, I would. I'd have my pistol in my waistline, but I'd go out there swing a fist first. And if something came out to where I needed to pull that pistol, I would. I'd be going down as one of those school shooters. I wouldn't be shooting at random people though. Just the motherfuckers that are trying to attack me. Well, that's a crazy question. Would I be attacking? Maybe I'd be the one starting it off, bro. But if I had to defend myself for my life,
I know you did a video.
Bro.
I know you did a video a couple of days ago, and you were talking about how your son was being bullied, and you went into the school and you confronted them about it. And that's why I asked you that question, because being in the situation, being in that situation and the way you handled it, I could literally see you, if your daughter was beaten up like we saw in the clip, you would lose it.
Definitely. And it did happen. I mean, he was like in the third grade and something. He was in elementary school. It was a while ago, but hell yeah, man. I didn't waste no fucking time. You know what I mean? I was still parked in the fire lane. Throw that shit in park, bro. We're getting down right now. You're going to point out all those kids that are talking shit. And he didn't want to. He asked me. Actually, what was funny is the first question he asked me, well, what about their parents? You know how I retorted? I asked him, what the fuck about their parents? I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's a weakness to me, bro, because I'm one of those people, bro. Like I will act on emotion. I've acted on emotion. I've done some stupid shit in my life on emotion. Never, planned, but dude, I mean, you push me to that boiling point, and I know there's a lot of people out there like that. You get pushed to that boiling point, bro, you ain't taking no shit.
Right?
And I mean,
I completely agree with you, bro. Like how they're handling a lot of the situation nowadays is stupid. Like in California, like a transgender woman could get locked up in a woman's prison, and then they're wondering why these female inmates are getting knocked up.
Yeah, whether it be by the corrections officers or fucking these transformers, bro. I mean, damn.
It's insane. It's insane on what this is all coming down to. But I got one more story, Chicos. I know we were supposed to cut this off at an hour, but I got one more story and I forgot that I had it. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Share this video if you guys are out there, please. It really does help us. This is our relaunch. So here's the new story. And this is gonna pitch again. This is another story that's sensitive in topics. So please, guys, if you're out there.
You motherfucker, bro. You're doing this to fucking point. You're trying to get that rise out of me, bro. Like, I'm going to just start beating on motherfuckers, bro. Fuck.
So again,
show me a face, bro, so I can hit it.
A 2-year-old is fighting for his life after he and his twin brother were kept in padlocked hell on earth room, drugged and fed ground beef and cereal pushed under the door by their animal parents, cops say. A mother, her husband, and her boyfriend are in custody on child abuse charges in West Virginia after police say they discovered a hell on earth scene on Monday night in the apartment that they all shared. According to Jackson County Sheriff Ross Ballinger, a 2-year-old twins were kept trapped in a room, fed ground beef and Cheerios under the door, and given medication to make them sleep. In a statement announcing the arrest, Sheriff Ballinger referred to the parents as animals. The parents have been named as Michael and Lily Gillenwater, and the other man arrested is Lily's boyfriend, Brian Castro. The sheriff said that one of the 2-year-olds had lost consciousness and was on death's door when he was found. The tot was in a state of dehydration and suffering from renal failure. Currently, the boy is in stable condition, but will have a lot of hurdles to clear medically to see whether he's going to survive or not. Your thoughts?
These are Gen Z people, obviously, right? I don't understand, dude. I mean, they're big on abortion, and but why not adoption? I don't understand this. And you see a lot of these sad stories with young parents having toddlers, and they do these despicable things, bro. Why can't they just give them up for adoption, bro? I don't understand. Something's obviously mentally wrong with these people. Fuck, man. I wish everybody had Texas justice. Everybody needs the death penalty. And these people should be tried with capital punishment.
I agree. Anytime you hurt it, and you know how we are, bro. Anytime you have the nerve to hurt a child, you got to go. This should never happen in the United States. This should never happen anywhere. If you're going to have children and you're going to treat them like this, give them up for adoption. Somebody would have taken these kids in. There should never be an opportunity where you're going to lock your kids at 2 years old in a room and feed them ground fucking beef and Cheerios and think it's okay. What kind of animals are these that you're going to sit there and allow this to happen?
Like, their life is so fucking hard, bro, that they need to torture children, bro. I never fucking understood this, bro. These people are so entitled. They're so fucking spoiled that they would torture children. You know, and I agree with you 100%. Adoption's always that second alternative, man. I mean, be humane about it.
I know. I know. And it says the sheriff did not say what alerted deputies to the home that was raided on May 8th, located in the town of Ripley, 40 miles south of north of Charleston. Officers removed the twins as well as their younger female sibling from the apartment. The child who had lost consciousness was rushed to the hospital in Charleston and then airlifted to Ruby Memorial Hospital in Morgantown. The sheriff said that the twins were kept in the room sometimes for 6 weeks at a time, wearing just diapers. The door was kept padlocked. Mellinger described the room that they were kept in as very soiled. These animals would keep their kids locked up in a room for 6 weeks, Chicos. 6 weeks.
I understand, man. Look at that guy in the blue shirt, bro. Fucking pussy, bro. You think he's ever been in a fist fight? Fuck no, dude. That's one thing, man. These motherfuckers need to get beat the fuck up so they can learn their place in society, bro. They're so fucking entitled. This is some bullshit, bro. Damn, bro. It would take, me or you, man, we gotta beat these fucking people up, bro. They need to get smacked the fuck up.
I really can't believe this, bro. I there's some stories where I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? But and
yeah.
Let me state something to you, okay? See this picture right here? It's always these pictures that you see posted on social media. It's always these pictures that you see all over the internet, when people are trying to celebrate. It's always these kinds of pictures that you see. In real life, this lady is a fucking monster. Excuse my language. She is a monster. She's an animal where you can lock your own 2-year-old children in a room and leave them with just a diaper on.
Right? And you know what's crazy is they post these pictures saying, ooh, look at me, fucking, I'm so great. I'm the fucking greatest person in the world. When, you know what? You don't need that to validate your fucking place in parenthood. What you need to do is take care of your kids, treat them like human beings. And, they're treating them like animals, except in those pictures where they're looking for, because they're mentally ill. They're mentally ill because they've been on social media their whole damn lives where they need to seek validation or fucking comfort through strangers, bro. And it's ridiculous.
I don't even want to read this last part. The parents are, check this out. This is going to set you off, bro. This is going to set you off. The parents are charged with 2 counts of child neglect with risk of injury or death and child neglect resulting in injury. Brian Castro is charged with 1 count of child abuse resulting in injury and 1 count of child abuse with risk of injury. All 3, you ready for this? Hold on tight, are being held on bonds of $150,000.
They got a fucking bond, bro. The kids aren't being bonded out. They're not being bonded out of their misery. They got to live with that their entire lives. What do you think is going to happen with their offspring? They're going to go and do the same goddamn thing to their children, and it's going to snowball and get worse. I can't believe this shit that they let these people out, bro. People, and this isn't surprising because people get let out of fucking prison after murdering somebody in cold blood. They're getting charged with murder in the 1st degree, and they're in their homes with anklets, cutting them shits off, bro. This is all too common, and it's crap because it's all happening on our dime. Literally, you and me, the working man, we're paying for that. It's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit.
This is what's disgusting.
It makes you want to go vigilante, bro. Fuck.
Michael previously served in the United States Marine, according to post on his Facebook page. At the time of his arrest, Michael says that he works for the United States Postal Service.
That doesn't change the way I feel about him. Not at all.
It actually makes me more irritated with him and disgusted with him that this man literally served in the United States military and is abusing his children. And then allowing his wife to be a hoe. I mean, his wife's a hoe. She literally has a goofy ass. Check this dude out. So she's married to the dumb fuck at the top. This guy right here, right? These 2 are married. Black shirt and orange shirt. And she's getting dicked down by this guy, Nerdy McPhee.
They look like brother and sister. Fuck, dude.
And dude,
I don't know, man. I feel for those kids, dude.
So,
I just can't. I could not imagine having to go through what they've gone through. The children. I mean, could you imagine that, dude? I mean, fuck, man.
let me know in the comments down below. Let us know in the comments. What do you guys think on this? Should there be a bond for animals like this? Or should they just be held without bond? And then possibly locked. I think they should be locked up for life personally, but firing squad would be great too.
Exactly. That's the cheapest way to execute criminals, man. 2 bullets.
I can't believe that, dude. I'm in such disbelief that they got $150,000 bond. You literally ruined your kid's life. You literally have one on fighting for his life at 2 years old, and you get $150,000 bond. And
Yep.
if these people bail out, I'm gonna be disgusted.
Where is this?
North Carolina, I believe it was.
They'll bail out.
No, they're in West Virginia.
They'll bail out. And I hate to laugh at that because it is, man. It's fucking disgusting.
It's terrible, bro. And I
what?
can't believe that.
And they weren't raised that way either. Guaranteed. That never happened to them. They're just fucking entitled pricks, bro. They're entitled pricks. And it makes me ask the question, where are their parents? You don't hear about their family, their parents, or anything they had to say about it. It's just guaranteed these motherfuckers were on drugs, bro.
Oh, you know they were. You know they were. I'm so
Where did
disgusted.
those drugs come from, my friend?
It's the southern border, bro.
Where we started from, right?
Right?
Warping these motherfucking people's minds.
All right, Chicos. I mean that's about it. That's all I got to cover. And do you have anything you want to say?
God bless out there, everybody. I mean, stay true. Watch the conservative Chicanos Warriors. We're always here reporting the truth. Subscribe, comment, leave some likes. Shit, man. You know, we appreciate that.
And I want to thank you all for choosing to spend some time with us tonight. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Smash that like button, share this live stream, and let us know your thoughts on it. Do you think that on all of the stories, do you think that that McDonald's is liable? Do you think that the twins parents should be locked up for life? Let us know in the comments down below. I hope you all have a good day. God bless, and as always,
give that family chicken nuggets for life.
deuces.